kill yourself, Kristen. Hi, I'm Jessa.
And I'm Alex.
And this is Jessa and Alex Watch
House of the Dragon, Season 2, Episode 1. No title, because they haven't given it to us yet, because we're on our shit.
Yeah.
Okay?
Look at us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been a minute.
Sure has.
Honestly, though we can't complain. They took the same break we did.
That's true. Great point. Great point. But it does mean a bit of, we got to have a review. What happened? We had our little chat.
Yes.
You know, had to catch ourselves back up.
Right.
We were talking about the final episode.
Yeah.
And we've had a kind of an ambiguous feelings, I think.
Yes.
For the whole thing, for the whole war to start, because oops, we couldn't control our dragons.
Right.
Maybe not the strongest motivation.
You know, Aemon?
Yes.
Aemon being like, I never meant to start a war is not really it for me. Like, just, but high drama, her sending that baby out.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was great mothering.
Great dramatic storytelling though, Ray. Good for that.
Really good, Rhaenyra.
Also just like incredible visuals of that giant like sea monster dragon coming through the storm clouds and that tiny little baby flapping its wings
trying to keep up. Like, oh, it was horrible.
Like, Grandma, that wasn't even like the tiniest snack for you. It was unnecessary.
It was so bad. Yeah, we are of course gonna get the unfold of that. Emma's gonna have to put their work in this first episode because Rhaenyra can't take another loss.
Right.
Like,
yeah. I'm ready
to take another heartbreak.
I'm ready to see her, you know, unleash the dragon, as it were.
Me too. I want young Rhaenyra back.
Yes.
Where, you know, that character is just and feisty and horrible and reckless.
Yes.
Although they are bullying me. They're bullying me with their promo. Okay?
Oh, right.
Because I was an OG Alicent and Rhaenyra shipper. Mm-hmm. And then they gave me excellent chemistry with Emma and Olivia Cook.
Correct.
And so I said, maybe one day we'll come back here. And then, you know, once someone's son is responsible for killing another person's child, we can't really recover from that. So then I spent 2 years mourning the loss of my shit.
Yeah.
And then insert picture here. They did that to me, in June.
Okay.
Like I ship them so much. They have such excellent chemistry.
Yes. I hope they find ways to get them in the same scene together. I don't think it makes logical sense for those two characters to meet up, but I want them to make it happen. Maybe they suddenly have a forced connection and can do forced Skype calls.
Look,
that would be fun.
I would do anything. I would do anything to see them act together again.
Yeah.
The best episode of this season is that funeral episode. It's so good.
Yeah.
Like them both mourning him and knowing that they got him through those last years of it. Like just such
episode 8 you're talking about.
Yes. Such good respect for each other. Great TV.
Yeah. Right. Those two, the two scenes that stand out to me with those actors, that scene at the big family dinner where they like almost reconcile.
Mm-hmm.
And then somehow Rhaenyra like apparates to Dragonstone because apparently she and her family left like the second dinner was over and her dad dies that night and then the next morning she's back. And I'm like, I don't understand that. That's fine.
Dragons fly really fast.
Really fast.
Faster than the speed of light.
And then the other scene is in their first episode together when the eye
when I know exactly. I think
when
about that too.
She pulls the knife on Rhaenyra and
they're
so good. Them like oh god,
yeah, them staring at each other.
It's so good. Where is duty? I might rewatch that. Maybe I should just go back and watch some scenes.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd be much more interested in watching scenes from the show than just like sitting and rewatching the show.
Yeah.
Which is why I haven't watched
our reactions.
That's a good idea. I feel like I would be interested in watching episode 4.
Mhm.
That was the Rhaenyra runs about town episode that we really liked.
Okay, that episode was too hot, too sexy.
Yeah.
I have a lot of feelings on that. Now let's discuss the Smith in the room. The baby boy of the internet. Damon.
Yes.
Okay, so he's naughty.
Who isn't?
Okay.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
All right. I didn't like how mad he got at Rhaenyra. I didn't think that really was good for me.
No, I didn't like it either. And I remember seeing a few things that the actors didn't like when Damon puts hands on her, that they couldn't make sense of it all.
Just choking, it just didn't work for me.
No.
I didn't think it made really good sense with where they were as characters. And I don't know where we're going with them.
Yes.
So I think I'll reserve like a full judgment based on like what we do with this season with them. But if we're gonna do a Cersei and Jaime thing where we disrupt Jaime's like redemption arc to have him like sexually assault his sister,
right,
and then we're gonna pretend it didn't happen, then I have no interest in that.
So it just, actions need to have consequences.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
Agreed.
Yeah, so there's a lot of dynamics at play.
Yeah.
Oh, and as always, oh my god, our baby girl is gonna be so sad. Her husband.
I know. Oh, I don't remember which one it is, but you know, one of Damon's daughters who's engaged to her
cousin E.
It's like first. Hold on, wait. I can do this. I think they're second cousins.
Oh,
because their mothers are cousins.
Yes.
So they're second cousins. I did it.
You did it. And
but also
it's gross.
They're first cousins once removed.
I don't think we should.
And if we pretend that Laenor is actually those boys' father, it's fine. We'll stop with the family trees of Westeros.
Yeah, well, we don't have to pretend, right? Like the children won't have a third, an extra toe.
Right.
Technically, we're just outside of the range.
Right. I loved the scene. I think it is from episode 8. I love the scene in episode 8 where Corlys's brother is like, "Are you all blind? Those boys are white," in front of the whole court.
Which is, of course, what we had been saying. They're like,
yeah, they're mixed. See, they have brown hair. Where did
he's like, which excellent. Yeah. Love that for them.
Yeah.
Love that for the Game of Thrones verse.
Yes.
That they were like, we see color.
Right.
That was great.
And then he lost his tongue.
You know, what you gonna do? They're always trying to keep a black man down.
Okay, let's watch this show.
Yes, let's do it.
Our son. I understand, my king.
You don't, babe. You really don't. Why did you all name your child the same name?
That's such an interesting drive for her.
Yeah. Still think they should have composed a theme, but at least they created titles. That's something.
Things are bleak here.
Wow.
Duty is sacrifice.
Duty.
Even blood.
I thought we were in the north from that music.
Yeah.
All men of
I feel like I could not actually hang out with the Starks ever. I would have to bully them.
They're very bullyable. You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Night's Watch cultivated its strength from
What are we
doomed
doing
men
here?
who had their life as
I was gonna say. Interesting.
was to be chosen
He's
to fortify the watch.
Mm-hmm. That is a much better system than just whatever scum you can round up and give the job.
And ready. Winter is coming.
I'm sorry. That I fell for it. It worked for me. Okay.
It pleases me
Here's
to
the thing
think that
about
over a
me,
century ago our
is I like a
ancestors treated
brunette.
in this very place.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of blondes.
Yeah. It's I will say, Rhaenyra, your boy is hot.
I need his love
That
story.
unity is now
I
threatened.
need to see him do a flirt. Stop. He has an excellent nose. I'll stop talking about how pretty he is. I'm not used to seeing brunettes. Thank you, Harwin, for your service.
Thank you for your jeans.
And your curls.
Yeah.
Thank you for those too.
We appreciate your blessings.
You think my ancestors built a 700-foot wall of ice to keep out snow and savages? What does it keep out?
We can't be doing this again, guys.
The good news is they won't really amount to much.
They will fight hard, like Northerners.
My lord,
Okay.
a raven's arrived. Urgent news from Dragon.
Oh, man.
He aged so much for it to be the same day.
Right.
Baby boy. You gotta go protect mom.
Yeah.
She's not gonna be doing good.
Yeah.
And your stepdad isn't great at this part.
No. I like Melis, the Red Queen.
Oh yeah, she's excellent.
Melis must gorge and rest, as must I.
Take your hands off.
I should be at Harrenhal bending knees, but I must instead remain here.
Again, your stepdad isn't good at this part.
Wait her return.
She has been gone for days.
The return of the Queen.
She is grieving.
The mother grieves as the queen shirks her duties.
A raven that brought me news of Lena's death. I existed for weeks in torment, refusing to believe what I'd been told. It was only when I saw my daughter's mortal remains.
Do we want to have this discussion, Damon?
Get your shit together, son.
And Luke would be alive.
I mean, he's not wrong.
No, but it's not the right thing to say, but
With me.
not now.
It is a command.
Would that you were the king.
Don't mess with her.
You're a little bit of a laughable adversary right now, but we've
Yeah.
seen what you did to people who wouldn't shut their mouth.
I'm sorry, babe.
Must have my ship back at sea to lead the effort.
It'll be many weeks yet. I'd wager.
It does look rough.
It's not good.
That's really cool design.
This commission for Prince Lucerys.
His heir.
I am indebted to you, Alan.
They named him Alan.
George is a funny man. The fact that he named twins Eric and Ark.
We're very upset at you, Greenhouse.
Dragon! Arm the scorpion!
Okay, but maybe we should ID the dragon before we shoot it. Just a thought.
One thing about this show is I can't be watching dragons die every episode. I'll just do a little cry.
Stand down, it's Vhagar!
You can tell because of her raggedy wings. She should be retired. She should be up on the beach, a Mai Tai, and a cute little boy toy dragon bringing her snacks.
Why do they put these babies in such horrible wigs?
Taken into the small council. He'll be king one day. He must begin his instruction.
What if he does not want to be king?
Where is he?
The library. You must not interrupt his custom.
He had to tap on that child's shoulder to figure out which one it was.
They'd be fools to come with Vhagar protecting the city.
Not the dragons. The rats.
Y'all don't get her, okay?
Enduring mystery. Is she not?
Don't condescend to her. Little shit. She knows what she's talking about.
Okay. Alicent, this is beneath you.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I hate that.
And not in a like, ooh, gross. I don't like it from a storytelling point of view.
Is she pious or not?
Well, exactly. And his whole thing is like, oh, she's the one pure, true one.
If you wouldn't mind.
Lie down with dogs.
Got a bit of an itch. Alicent. I forgot about Daddy.
Good morrow, my lords. Mother?
How many children do they have?
I think just the two. I think it's just a set of twins.
You to go unanswered.
I do think it's ridiculous that they cast people who are like 2 years apart to play mother and child.
They expect to march quickly, meeting little resistance.
I had to get a little whiteboard because Rhaenyra has that sweet table.
None, Your Grace. Between that and their blockade of the gullet, we must presume that the princess has refused the offered terms, and that war is now inevitable.
Oh, so Daemon received the terms while Rhaenyra was out.
In hopes that new terms might be negotiated.
Okay, at least bring the nanny.
Wouldn't that be fun, Jaehaerys? Should the Master of Coin be your royal steed?
I love when we teach little boys to be little bastards. You really know how to raise them, Alicent. My God. They are these boys.
Yeah.
Get your house in order.
Honestly, Al, grab a horse, ride away, never look back. I mean, take your daughter, honestly.
Yeah.
She's not trash. But the rest of them.
And you probably need her. She knows what she's about.
Yeah.
Put the cat dragged in.
You do not have a seat at this council.
Aemond is my closest blood and our best sword.
I really wish we didn't time skip because I would really have loved to see her be like, what the fuck?
Right. Yeah.
Like, this is boring.
Yes.
Where's the drama?
Yes.
I send ravens by the hour. Many and more houses will declare for you in time. History and precedent will come to your side.
Like, you really gonna whine and bitch and complain that Rhaenyra had sons with her guy and you're no, Miss Ma'am. Oh my God. She makes me insane. And the fact that she's played by Olivia Cook is the only thing that makes you like not hate her because she's such a brilliant actor.
It's so hypocritical.
Yes. It's such an interesting trait to give a character.
I've chosen your new staff personally.
She hates him.
Yeah. I do wonder like how much agency she feels like she has in the sexual relationship with Kristen.
I actually think it's a control mechanism for her.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what her dad taught her, right? She doesn't know how to any other way to keep a man loyal.
Right.
Just leave me.
She's bathing hard. I think she's still selling herself.
Yeah.
And that does track.
It does. Yeah. Dead mom and dad just raised her to offer herself sexually.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, remember how Cyrex didn't grow at all after a 10-year time jump? Even though one of the first things that was ever said by Rhaenyra was like, oh, Cyrex is getting bigger. She's almost big enough to carry 2 now. What a face. So good. Oh. Oh, honey, don't see this.
Rumble, rumble, rah. Mad.
They did a good job.
Like the
yeah. I think they did a good job or a better job in this series of differentiating between the dragons. Like they have different shapes.
No, I get it. She had to bring her baby home.
Yeah.
And after we watched her bleed.
Mm-hmm. It's too bad she doesn't have a husband who could be here for her.
Well, he got a loss too.
King of the Andals and the Rhoynar and the First Men, Lord of the Seven Kingdoms and Protector.
Stop with your names. It's really dorky.
The magnanimous.
So little.
Yeah.
He's a literal short king.
but not a short king.
Let's have the first petition.
A tenth of them taken by the crown.
I shall make your flock of sheep whole.
Already made a promise to all the crown lands that a tithing of livestock would be necessary to sustain the dragon.
Perhaps we could just return his sheep. He came all this way.
That's funny.
That was came all this way.
Sorry, my grandpa says I can't.
If war were to break out, my dragons will require feed. Bring the next.
But now, with a blockade in place and war threatening...
That treasonous blockade won't last long. I plan to send Vagar to burn it to ash. Bring the next.
Did no one press train him?
Have the crown's coin before we started work. It would bring great relief. Not just to me, but to all the smiths serving your cause.
You shall be paid, and paid well.
Otto, just sit.
Our victory depends on the efforts of the small folk.
It is interesting we're doing this arc for him.
I would think, as we find ourselves standing within a hair's breadth of war, that you would wish to be viewed differently.
How is he always getting private audiences with these important people?
Was your father's hand, your grace?
So many slimy little snakes.
Mm-hmm. I find myself wondering, do we pursue the same end?
Problem is that most of the greens suck.
Yeah.
And aren't necessarily fun to watch. See?
Yeah.
These critical days since Viserys' passing haven't gone to plan.
That's not my fault. My sons both see you as the great example. The hand to 3 kings.
All right. Attitude reflect leadership, Captain.
Angry. Rhaenyra's son took his eye and was never punished for it. What he did, however vicious.
The caprice of youth.
Oops, is what we call it. See?
An uh-oh.
Exactly. Just a little boo-boo.
Very deaf to it.
I really like her nun hair, though.
Me too.
Once he tires of it, you and I can steer our course to victory.
I mean, he's already tired of it. I could do a sea battle. It'd be fun.
The business alone.
Business that ended with the theft of the Queen's throne and the murder of her son.
You only blame me because your true enemies are out of reach.
That's kind of his whole thing, isn't it? Lashing out at whoever's nearest.
Otto Hightower was to me as I am to your noble ilk, fodder to be cast off.
What else do you know of him, his plans?
What if she was like, and surprise, I'm English.
And I wish she would. Throw a fit.
Mm-hmm.
It's what you do best.
Mm-hmm.
A matter of honor.
Was it honor that made you stand by and watch as the Hightowers usurped the throne? You and your traitorous twin.
Hey, he was busy grabbing a crown and bringing it to you.
That's why I abandoned the King's Guard.
Be nice.
And my brother. And came here.
I don't care. You should have killed him yourself.
What would that have done? Then they would have just put Aemon on the throne.
And we certainly don't want that.
It wasn't because they specifically like Aegon. Don't be a dumbass, Damon.
He is, though.
He really is. Entertaining, though.
Yeah.
Matt Smith's a great actor.
I want to watch the world burn.
Did you find what you needed?
Born travel and trade to King's Landing will soon be cut off.
I want Aemond Targaryen.
Yeah.
In your years as merchant of gossip, you surely accumulated spies within the Red Keep, servants who knew the comings and goings.
Damon decided to use his little thinker, that little thing up there, one might call brain.
A thought made its way to the surface.
Lady Jane Arryn, has pledged her support in exchange for a dragon to guard the Vale. Lord Cragen Stark has promised 2,000 men.
That was actually really rough.
Sorry, is Damon not there?
He's such a horrible husband.
Yeah.
What a flop.
Yeah.
Of a man.
Yeah.
The way I am gonna love him forever. Light a candle for your best friend's child.
Yeah, he cracked out the old murder
Not
cloak.
the mischief cloak. Is that not ratty by now?
Right? It's like a 40-year-old cloak.
Gets a new one made every 10 years. It wasn't like the last one.
Do you know this one has a notched collar?
I'm told you bear a mislike for the high towers.
I mean, I was gonna say, Damon, you don't exactly have like an unrememberable face. Even if they can't see your hair. Maybe a braid or something.
The
a
white
bun.
sticking out of the bun. Your half up, half down is very cute, Damon.
Right,
Your
right.
signature look.
I heard the White Worm was dead.
Her ghost told me you were a betting man, fighting pits.
Dogs. And bones.
Delightful.
I know them better than the shape of my arm cock.
You're to find and slay the Prince Aemon Targaryen.
You're gonna trust this nobody?
Should be easy enough to find.
This is a very stupid plan, Damon.
I can't tell if it's bad writing or if Damon is just so dumb. I just feel like you're gonna have to do much better than one bag of anything for me to kill the king's brother.
Precious days in this war of quills and ravens. Words are wind. You should be leading the van, and I should be flying cover on Vhagar.
That set the scene.
Otto fears to upset the order of things. And Alicent is simply angry.
Also known as your mom, you weirdo.
She blames me for starting this war. Council to usurp his throne.
Okay, I mean, that is a fair point.
Her Grace speaks with two tongues.
We are always saying that.
She has a gentle heart. And Rhaenyra is a cunning spider.
Kill yourself, Christian.
It's all coming back.
We're getting right back in the groove.
That makes her a fool.
What a fool she was. What an adulterated fool.
It would concern me, grandson, if plans were being considered beyond the ears of your king and his hand. You've a zeal to act, I understand. I was young once myself.
I only wish to serve my king and my house.
Okay, Otto, that's all I wish to do. Bye. I like Aemon better than Otto. I find him
For sure.
very interesting.
Yeah.
Some of which you can't yet see.
Is that a joke about my eye?
Leave that pupper alone. He didn't want to fight nobody.
I see the rats. It's a ratter. They're under the floors. I'm scared of the rats. Sandy! Here, Sandy! Here, boy! Dumb dog!
Very cute.
Yes. A little tail going. I was like, I'm at work today. I'm at work.
I'm doing a good job. Look at my little leash.
He said, they said action and I went go.
It's a king.
No way.
Helpless duckling.
Oh, but you're the king. Who gives a shit what they say?
My brother at least knows his place.
I'd be careful with that one, bud.
Him and his dragon on my foes at will.
Okay.
No one knows what magnanimous means.
Someone had fun in the writer's room.
Yeah.
Yes, the untamable beast.
Yay!
The royals live up there.
Right.
Damon.
I got you in the castle. I thought the rest was your bet.
I could end you right here.
Well, then where would you be?
No, my way around.
The dog was very distressed.
Yeah.
That's it.
Wow.
I hope that dog rats you out. Like, those people aren't even loyal to you. If this man gets picked up by a guard, he's gonna be like, oh, Damon made me do it.
Right, right.
For appearances. I'll search the next room.
You guys are making a lot of noise. Oh dear. Right by an open window. Smart. Oh my god.
Stay still.
Who the fuck is like a fucking son to you?
Over there.
Their baby.
And get out.
You'll kill her.
The mother knows.
Okay.
Nothing but what I ask. And I'll bleed the whole lot of you.
Like,
which?
Sophie's choice.
I have a necklace. It's of great value.
What's happened?
They killed the boy.
I was wondering why he was getting such a featurette in this episode.
Mm-hmm. And they made the point of showing you can really tell which one was which. Welcome back, Westeros. Okay. Ooh.
Heavy.
Yeah. And that poor woman, she's already barely got to fit in this earth.
Yeah. It's just so horrible because she's been saying it since last season. She knows, and she's just been so terrified.
Yeah. Yeah, they never listened to her.
Yeah. She's got a real Cassandra plot going on.
100%.
I think it's a good scene at the end to have her just cradling her daughter, walking in on her mom, doing yet another scheme.
Yeah.
It's like I hope it was all worth it.
Yeah.
Like,
the thing is, I would love for Alicent to be happy. I think she deserves to have sex with someone fun, for God's sake.
God, and we know that's not Kristen Cole.
Well, exactly. Like, baby, you make the worst possible choices. Because he only likes women if they're pure and sainted.
When he
And
finds
now
out
you're
you're
just
selling
another
your
slut to him.
foot pics on OnlyFans, he's going to be really upset.
Right. Well, he's definitely already lost massive respect for her
Oh, right,
because she
'cause
had sex. She was supposed to be
right.
his pure holy queen.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter that she's having sex with him.
Right.
Damon, good job. You know, you did it. Rhaenyra is definitely going to be happy now that you've caused a small child to be murdered. She didn't say, I want a random dead.
No.
She said, I want my son's murderer.
She said specifically, I want Aemon.
Right.
She doesn't want just a random nephew of hers to die.
Right. She has nothing against the child.
No.
But the thing is, Damon just wants to fight.
Right. He just wants the war.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah. I'm finding it difficult to be interested in most of our major players.
I agree.
Because I don't really feel I have much to root for.
Right.
Because everybody is trash garbage.
Yeah.
Like, I actually think we need the Starks. You need someone like virtuous and true to juxtapose all of the games.
Yes.
Because then, like, why do I care? They should all just die in their own fire.
It's interesting because we watch Succession and those are all horrible people. But I think the difference there is we could always see that they could be better. And so you're just sort of always on this edge where you see the opportunities for them to be better people. So you're always like, I want you, like not all of them. We never thought that, Logan Roy was suddenly going to be redeemed.
Yes, right. Not putting him on a redemption arc.
Right. But the children, we were rooting for them to somehow make better choices, escape their father and all that. But they're maybe Jace.
I really like Jace.
Yeah.
Obviously. No, but aside for his Black Wife Glow Up Challenge and
Jason Damon's girls, from what we've seen of them, I like them.
Yeah, and so I do think there's a the next generation will be better kind of vibe going on, but they're so young that they like aren't players yet.
Yes.
So I do think Rhaenyra is supposed to be our Stark, but that's like not who she was when she was younger.
Right.
So that's really confusing to me.
Yeah. But she's got to do something in this goddamn show.
Right. She's not making any decisions.
No.
Everyone is making decisions around her. Rhaenyra, you gotta do something.
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna be vengeful, what are you doing about it, Rhaenyra?
Right.
Why aren't you flying your dragon down there to burn his head off?
Yeah, exactly.
Instead, we were forced to watch Daemon do the stupidest plan ever.
Exactly.
I am still very interested in Alicent.
Rhaenys.
I'm interested in Rhaenys. I'm interested in Aemon. And I need Rhaenyra to do something, and then I'll be interested in her again.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely interested in Jace.
Yeah.
And everybody else, Daemon is on thin ice. I find him fun to watch.
Right.
But I don't care what he does.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of people, I was going to say, speaking of people not moving the plot forward, I guess he did move the plot forward in this episode.
Well, an interesting first start. No, I think it does bode well for things to come. I think it was really, really fun to get the North at the beginning.
Yeah.
I've been missing the snow. Although I don't need a whole new Night King arc, so so it's okay that we left there.
Yeah, just a little reminder.
We did a little nod. I was happy.
Yeah,
I got my little Jace as Jon Snow fantasy.
Yeah,
we loved that for me.
Yeah, another dark-haired Targaryen on the wall.
Yeah, that was really nice. Oh, also, I'm obviously interested in Alicent's daughter.
Oh yes, who is our dragon winner for the episode?
Dragon winner.
The winning dragon.
Oh.
Which dragon is on top?
The dog.
Poor fella.
He did such good work.
He did. He was so good. Great acting. Well done.
But no, my real dragon is Rhaenyra's dragon, who mourned his friend and helped his mama.
I know. It's her.
Helped her mama.
I like her head reminds me of Haku.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then she has a club tail. They lie and say that they're colors. They're not. They're all gray. She's allegedly yellow.
No.
Rhaenys's dragon is allegedly red.
No. I ain't seen it.
Yeah. So anyway, luckily they have shapes. Well, thank you for joining us. You can subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell if you would like to keep up with our watches. Share your thoughts and feelings down below. Please don't spoil the book. We haven't read, aren't reading it. But you can talk about what happened in this episode of the season before.
And Game of Thrones.
And Game of Thrones.
We're caught up on that.
We are caught up on that. And we'll catch you next time.
Bye.